So how was it to go back to England and do a film there? I mean,
it was great.
A while.
Thank you. Is that mic on?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Thank you. It was great. I love, to be in London, and I stayed in a friend's house, and we had the kids, and we had a communal garden, and it was, the best time of year for weather, and it was great. And my mum was around, and I've got friends there, and Woody is, likes a short day, and so I was home before dark and really decent hours, and got to have a life as well. Great.
How did it feel to belong to the Woody family? Is it something that is particular from you?
Yeah, I mean, for decades I've been watching and absorbing his films, and to end up in one of them, it's like unbelievable. It's a career milestone, and I was very nervous going into it, because you feel like, in a way, it's like the baton is passed to you. Now it's your turn to do this whole kind of take on the Woody universe, and the way he works is I mean, it was such a great experience, such a different way of working for an actor. In that you will shoot 7 pages in one morning, and everything is in that one shot, and it just goes on and on and on, and it's scary, because the responsibility, if you mess up, is so major. You can't, you're used to, if you mess up, it's just yourself that you have to worry about. But what if you lose a line, or knock something over, or I don't know, do something, and bump into the cameraman, anything. And then you have to do it all over again, and Josh just did his best work, and Gemma, got that speech out beautifully, and so you're always a little on edge, but which is perfect, because those are the characters in his film.
But one of the best things is with you and Antonio, that almost declaration scenes. How did it?
The one in the car, or at the end?
The one at the end.
Oh, right,
They are both great, but
how did it work?
Because
it's so. No. The thing about Woody is he gives you this brilliant script that is just so beautifully written, and most writers, they're so attached to every single word. But that's not the case with Woody. He gives you the script, and if you go off, it's fine. He's really allows you to be free. Most of the time, you find there's really nothing more interesting than what's on the page anyway. So if you deviate, it'll be a tiny bit. But yeah, I mean, so it was all there in the writing, and the awkwardness of that moment, and the fact, I mean, it was just so well written that she just keeps going, and she's got this thing that she wants to say, and he's saying no, and she just keeps on going at like just completely humiliating herself. And that's what, to me, was funny about the script, and I feel like I've got my back to you, is that all these people, they're just missing each other. They're not listening. They're not in front of each other, and sort of, they're not talking or engaging properly. They're just on their own thing, and they end up being kind of hopeless.
Are you actually recognizing certain situations and your part from your own life? Echoes directly or indirectly?
I've had periods of my life where I've behaved like Sally, maybe, but hopefully I'm not like that anymore.
Does that change with recognition? Because we see that in the film too, when you get a response, you change as a human being. It does something to your self-esteem, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't really understand your question.
Well, if you're if you get, for example, success or recognition elsewhere, makes you grow. Is that maybe something that also affected you? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me in my career, I mean, like I said, Mulholland Drive, it was just work here and there, and then it was always a struggle. And then Mulholland Drive, it really did affect people, and to this day, people still want to talk about it. That was a defining moment, and then it felt good to be acknowledged. Definitely, I felt. And when people say, "What did you think of that movie that you were in?" I can never judge it by myself. I can never. It's just impossible for me. But I always like to see it with an audience and see how they receive it. Then I'm able to sort of get, whether or not what I did worked. I can't. There's no way for me to judge it otherwise. And so I guess, I don't know, that was not necessarily answering it.
So how does it work with...
What you meant was that actually, because obviously after that movie you have gotten all the recognition you deserved and the success you deserved, so actually has this changed you also as a person?
It's nice to be acknowledged, of course, and I don't think it's changed me as a person, and I think that's why I believe success coming later in life is a gift, because it doesn't change you into something else. Like, it doesn't. I am who I am, and I've struggled to become who I am for many, many years. And someone else is. I mean, it's sort of, you care, you want to please, but it doesn't change who you are if it doesn't please.
But how important is the feedback on set through the director? Because Lucy Punch told us before, Woody is not really giving that much feedback after he says cut.
No, he doesn't say a huge amount, but you can tell if he's happy or not happy.
By what?
Huh?
By what? How can you tell?
Oh, well, little subtle ways, mostly because he won't move on unless he's happy. And then, but if he's really happy, I don't know, like, he'll just start talking and I mean, he doesn't say anything literally, no. He won't say, "Oh, that was great, that was amazing, I loved that, we got it, it's in the bag." He'll never do that. It's all mood-based, and you just vibe him out, but yeah, he's Woody's just brilliant, and everyone said that he didn't, don't expect a lot of talking, don't expect a lot of directing, but I found him to be incredibly talkative and very affable and fun to be around on the set. And even though he's shy at first, once you get him going, he doesn't stop. And oftentimes when you have your breaks as an actor on the set, you run to your trailer and catch up on your emails or make a call or something. And I never left the set with Woody because I didn't want to miss a Woody moment. It's like a separate little Woody Allen film. He just is entertaining. He's good to be around.